Hey y'all, how you doing? Doing alright here. Have been a while since I've made a video, so I'd talk about something that, is integral in my life. Since I broke my back in 92, probably at least a quarter of my life has been spent in doctor's offices. Now, even up to the point I broke my back, I still was in and out of doctor's offices because, I had had my oldest son already. I had issues with endometriosis. So, me being at the doctor's office wasn't a new thing, but it definitely got stepped up a lot after breaking my back. And unfortunately, nothing goes according to plan when it comes to my visits. Whether it be an in-office visit or a procedure or surgery at the hospital. Whatever time is normally allotted for my visit, I'm going to generously say it usually takes at least double that time. For example, when I had my first back surgery, it was only supposed to take about 3 to 4 hours, and mine ended up taking 8 hours. So, normally, if a doctor's running late and they've had to see me, you're probably going to be right in assuming I'm the reason the doctor's running late. It never fails. Nothing ever goes right with me. So, seeing as I've always been a very big reader, when I started having so many doctor's appointments, I just automatically would grab a book, take a book with me, and, just read until everything was done and over. And I do that to this day. I don't leave my house without a book, because knowing that I've been the reason doctors have been late, I don't expect to be in the room and seen by the time my appointment time comes around. Doctors have to schedule 15-minute intervals, but not everybody can be taken care of in 15 minutes. You do not want a doctor coming in, looking at your chart, saying what's wrong with you, and then not even listening, write you a script, and then leave. You don't want that. That is the absolute worst way to have a doctor act when you're seeing them. You want the doctor to be able to come in, talk with you as a human being, and find out what's going on, and then also be able to know what else is going on in your life that may be exacerbating the problem. And that takes more than 15 minutes. Getting pissed off because your appointment time has come and gone and you haven't been seen yet is fucking stupid. You do not want your doctor treating you as an inconvenience. So when you get mad that they're running late and haven't seen you yet, what you're doing is hypocritical, because you are getting mad at them for not treating someone else as inconvenient and rushing through somebody else's appointment time. You don't want it done to you, so stop expecting doctors to treat other people that way. My ex-husband is a prime example of this. He and I had the same family doctor, so we would get our checkup appointments on the same day. Just, you know, one of us would be at like 9, one would be at 9:15, so we'd go in together and they'd take care of us together. But anytime we were not in the room and seen by the time we were supposed to be, he would start getting pissed. He would start getting angry and saying, well, you know, my time's valuable too, so I'm going to bill them for my time that I've lost waiting for them to get to me. It doesn't work that way. Sorry. You know, stop being a fucking child. But he always would get so angry if he was not seen right when his appointment time was. And living with me for almost 20 years didn't teach him a fucking thing either, because he knew every time I went to the doctor's office, he wouldn't go in with me because he doesn't like doctor's offices or hospitals, but he would be waiting in the vehicle and he would have to bring a book to read as well, because he knew I would not be out for a while. But yet he automatically assumed that he should be seen right on the dot of that time that he was scheduled to be seen at. And I used to get so angry and frustrated at him, because it is unrealistic. When you find a doctor that takes the time to create an actual relationship with you, where they know what's gone on in your life and know takes the time to know what's going on at this point in your life, and they don't treat you as an inconvenience, those are the doctors that need to be cherished, because you can guarantee they're giving you good care, and that they're not going to just hurry up, write you a prescription for something that's probably unnecessary, but it's what you expect, so that's what they do, and then they leave. I fucking hate hypocrisy. And unfortunately, the world's full of it, starting from the top down. Am I perfect? Fuck no. Fuck no. Do I get upset sometimes when I'm waiting, an hour plus before my appointment actually gets, gets taken care of? I'll admit, there are times, yes, I do. But I don't get vocal about it. If anything, I will go up and ask, hey, what's going on? I've been waiting for quite a while. Has an issue arose? And, you can have a conversation without being antagonizing or angry because things aren't happening as quick as you want them to. Talk to people, ask a question calmly, and then go from there. The prime example was when I had my last GI test done. My appointment was for 10:30. I got there at like 10:15, and by 11:30, I still wasn't back having this testing done yet. So, you know, they told me when I checked in that, you know, things were running a little bit behind, but they would get me as soon as they could. Which I was like, okay, no problem. You know, hour runs by. So I go up and I say, hey, you know, do you have any idea when I might be going back? And they're like, well, the doctor that's going to be doing your test ran into some issues with a prior patient. They're finishing up very, very soon with them, and then you'll be back. I'm like, cool, no problem. And I went back to reading. You know, it's okay to ask a question, but to sit there and get pissed off at personnel that have nothing to do with getting you in and out is fucked up. You know, don't expect things to run on your timeline, because the world doesn't work that way at all. And start treating people with a bit of respect and kindness, because their jobs are not easy. And you yelling and screaming at them doesn't make it any easier at all. So take a minute, take a breath, maybe ask a calm question to get an answer, and just remember, you don't want these people rushing through your appointment. So stop expecting them to run through everybody else to get to you when you expect it. Please start being considerate and stop being so selfish. The world does not revolve around you. The sooner you keep that in mind, the better off everything becomes, and the less stress you put on yourself. So, just wanted to share. You know, if you've watched this, I thank you. I appreciate you watching. And I really hope I've made you think about your actions when you go to see a doctor, and maybe remember that the healthcare professionals have a very difficult job. So I actually have a doctor's appointment in just a little bit, so I've got to finish getting ready and get out the door. So I will talk to y'all next time. I hope you have a wonderful day. I love y'all from the bottom of my heart. And I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.